Gotta aim for the top like, hold up. Yeah, I can never doubt myself, I know better. All of you critics be acting like you know better. Blowing the smoke, but I know when the dust settles that I'm in my element. It's evident that there's levels to the game. All of those dark nights I got there breaking my back.
What's going on? It's CHIEFTEXX Films, your tour guide on the road to elevating your image. And on this channel, I like to highlight my ups and downs so you can capitalize off of my wins and suffer none of my losses. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos. And today, man, I had to get my CMOS in today, man. I bought 2 jars of it, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it through both of these jars before they spoil and go bad. So I got my CMOS from Minx Diva, and she said that I could freeze it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna freeze that other jar, so that way I got me some CMOS on tap at all times, man, because I'm really noticing a big difference since I've been using it. But anyway, man, I'm in the studio this morning just fighting gear envy, man, because Canon just dropped the R1 and the R5 Mark II today, and I'm just like, I'm sitting here with the Fuji, and it's a crop sensor camera. Focus is terrible. But you know, those are minor things. So I really love the Fuji's colors, and that's the thing that got me hanging tough with Fuji, man, is the colors. The colors and the tactile feel of the buttons, man. If there's anything going wrong, I know that I could move a dial, push a button, whatever it is to make it, to fix what I'm trying to fix. Unlike Canon cameras where you got to go in the menus, you might be able to you got some function buttons, but on the Fuji is just, everything is there. My ISO, I got my aperture ring, I got, everything is on a dial and everything is tactile. That's why I love Fuji, the colors and plus the tactile functionality of being able to touch everything that I need to touch. I want to make it fully manual, so the focus really doesn't make sense if I'm gonna make the camera fully manual. I'm gonna buy me some cine lenses for the camera, and I'm gonna get multiple of them. You know what I mean? With the crop sensor cameras are a lot cheaper than the full frame cameras, so you can buy multiple cameras versus spending, you know, $4,000-$5,000 on one camera, and the lenses is even more than that. So it just seems financially, it seems like a better financial move, but also, you know, learning the system and learning its peaks and valleys, it's more important than buying every new camera that come out, and then you got to learn that camera. It's a learning curve. Going from Fuji to Canon is going to be a learning curve. Even though I had Canon cameras, I had Sony cameras, Blackmagic cameras, and all that, it's always a learning curve. The features that I love, though, man, is being able to just shoot like this with your camera and you focus. But with the emergence of the iPhone, man, this is what I'm shooting all my talking heads on. So I really don't need to focus as much as I thought I did. And that's usually what happens when you buy new gear, man. You get new gear and you like, damn, they made that feature sound like you can't live without it. But then you get the camera and be like, man, I really don't even use autofocus. Every time I switch to Canon or Sony, that's exactly what happened. I went over there for the autofocus, then realized I don't shoot with autofocus like that, because when you at events, you don't want to rely on autofocus and all those bells and whistles, man. Like I said, I love the Fuji because everything is, I can turn a dial and get right to the settings that I need. On with cinema lenses, you know, everything is manual. I ain't got to worry about the lens hunting when it's trying to focus, going in and out of focus. Like that's a no-go when you shooting something important, man. And I didn't had the Fuji fail on me because I'm trying to use autofocus in situations, and the autofocus is just terrible on this Fuji camera. On the Fuji camera that I got, the XH1, it's terrible on that. I really don't know what it's like on the other Fuji cameras. And the only reason I would upgrade to any other Fuji camera is for 4K 60. My camera don't have 4K 60. But other than that, man, the film simulations are spot on. They perfect. And I just love the Fuji look. So I'm gonna stick with Fuji, man. I'm telling myself that. I'm telling myself that, man. And y'all make sure I stick with that in the comments, because them cameras are looking good, but they don't give you much more than what you already have, man. And to go out and sell this whole Fuji system and get the whole Canon system is like running on the treadmill. You're doing this every 6 to 8 months, man. So I hate to promote changing cameras on this channel, but I do want to get more into more gear stuff. So I might rent it, try it out, and walk through the features with y'all. But as far as my personal camera, I feel like I'm gonna be on the Fuji for a while, man. So Fuji need to step their game up, because I want to have multiple cameras in the Fuji realm. And I'm like I said, I'm on the XH1 right now, which is an old camera. I can't tell you exactly how long it's been out, but it's been out for a while. And I want to upgrade, but the XT5, man, they took the swivel screen out, and that's the main reason I would use it for, is talking heads like this. So yeah, man, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to wait till the XT6 or get the XH2. I don't know yet, man. But like I said, the XH1 is doing good for me. I'm shooting 4K, but it's only in 24 frames a second, which is cool for these talking heads and stuff like that. But and I really don't even use 4K 60 anymore, just because my camera don't have it. But I find myself shooting in 4K 24 frames a second and not even utilizing slow motion like I used to, man. Things phase out. Things like that is like, it's corny to me now. When I first started doing it, I was like, oh man, this is the best thing since sliced bread. But now it's like, man, that's corny, man. What I need slow motion for? Let's hurry up and get through. It messes up the pacing when you add in slow motion. So you can be cinematic without 4K 60 or 4K 120, man. So, I like to stick out in the sea of creators. So this is how I stick out. This is my look. And to be honest, man, the clients, when they see my footage, they were like, man, that's a good camera. And how you get that cinematic look? Why does your videos feel different than everybody else's? Because everybody else is on Canon and Sony, and I'm on Fuji. I'm on an island over here by myself on Fuji, man. So of course my look is gonna stand out, and I like it like that, man. So don't none of y'all go get no Fujis, man. Y'all stay on y'all Canon and Sonys and let me rock with the Fujis, man. But yeah, man, I got a little gear envy today, but we gonna get past that, man. We gonna keep rocking out with what we rocking out with. I pulled up to a shoot last week, man, and it was a photographer. I'm shooting his behind the scenes, and he had two of the top notch cameras out. He had a Sony FX3, and he had a Sony R5 or whatever they are over there for photography, where it's like 50, 60 megapixels or something like that. So I pulled up with the XH1, and it got a battery grip, so it's looking decent. But if I'd have had a battery grip on there, he'd have been like, yo, what is you doing, bro? Like, why you pulling up with this little bitty camera? I thought you was doing whoopty. Long story short, man, I pulled up with the little camera. He asked me why I'm using the Fuji and why I don't use the FX3. We went through this whole spiel, and then when I delivered the behind the scenes, he hit the roof, man. He was like, oh my God, this is amazing, blah. Yeah, this little bitty Fuji holding it down still, man. So, just master the gear that you got, and don't be ready to run out there and get the newest cameras when they drop, man. So, but I've also been studying the trends on YouTube, and the only videos that's really getting any traction are these gear videos. I go to people's pages who've been doing this for decades, and they getting 300-400 views on vlogs and stuff like that, where they giving y'all information and stuff like that. But let them drop the video with the Canon 5, the Canon R5 Mark II, and the views gonna be in the millions, man. So I know that y'all love to see gear stuff. So I wanna transition to start doing gear stuff, you know, to satisfy the algorithm, but at the same time, man, I'm really satisfied with the gear that I have, and I don't wanna have to go buy or rent more gear, man. So I don't know, man. Only the future will behold what's going on. I don't know, but for now, man, I'm trying to tap in more to my YouTube more often and let y'all know what's going on. So, like I said, man, I took the CMOS this morning. We about to get busy and start editing some videos because I gotta go clock in at ATS, American Tattoo Society, at 2 o'clock. It's 11:30 right now, so I'm gonna get to chopping on some edits, and then we're gonna go to ATS.